Hello everybody and welcome back to Pilates with Teresa. Today we're going to be using bands for resistance and variety to your exercises. If you haven't got a band, you can always use a pair of tights. They have got some stretchy material, so it might help you. If not, come along and let's stand and get ourselves ready for the session now. So check down at your feet, make sure that your feet are about hip width distance apart. And then imagine a hook now stretching you, lengthening you up towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, bring both of your shoulders up towards your ears and let's melt those shoulder blades down your back. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And Pilates is flowing, it's continuous movement. I want you to work at your own pace, I want you to work at your own level. I'd like you to just enjoy the session. Taking that deep breath in for your lungs. And then breathing out through your mouth. If you want to close your eyes and just focusing on how your shoulders are feeling at the moment. Does one side feel a bit tighter than the other? Just glide them down your back. Taking that full breath in and then breathing out through your mouth. Breathing in, and as you breathe out now, gently pull in your transversus abdominis, those deep abdominal muscles. Imagine like a belt inside of you. Pull it into about the third notch. That belt's got 10 notches on it. Keep it held in gently. Keep your shoulders moving. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, can you lift the pelvic floor muscles? So get in that connection, your pelvic floor and your TA. Let's do a couple more shoulder rolls. Releasing down, gliding the shoulder blades down. So a lot of space now between your ears and your shoulders. Okay. So think about your spine. You've got the natural curves through your spine and run around the back of your neck, run around your lower back. And maintain that position, that neutral spine now as you float your arms up towards the ceiling. Breathe out. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, put the band across your thighs and then bring your arms behind you. So it's like a chest expansion. Feel the stretch in your chest, shoulders down, breath in. Breathe out. Let's keep it moving. Breathing out as we float the arms out. Take a breath in, breathe out as you bring that band down and pull back. Now if your shoulders will allow and it feels okay for you, see if you can take your arms up and over. How does that feel? So opening, take a breath in and then breathe out, bringing the band over your head, across your thighs, pull your arms back. Take a full and deep breath in. And breathing out as you lift up and over. So we're keeping our spine very still and stable while we're moving the arms over. And then we're feeling the stretch. If you take the band across your thighs and pull your arms behind you. Keep those deep abdominals gently pulling up and in. Don't relax them. Let's do a couple more. So taking the band over, across your thighs if you can. Pulling your arms back. Take a breath in and breathing out, lifting up. So if it feels too much to take it over, you can leave that part out. You don't have to go all the way over. Bringing up, across your thighs. Now just hold that stretch. Breathing in and out. Now lift your arms up. And let's hold the stretch, reaching up. Side bend. So let's take it gently over to your right side. This is first option. And then back in. If it feels too much with your arms up, you can always drop them down more to chest height. As you go over, you're still getting a stretch on the sides of the body and into your neck. If your arms are raised, watch those shoulders aren't right up by your ears. Now as you go down now, see if you can pull the band down and the other arm up to the ceiling. So get a bit more of a deeper stretch and then release it back in. Other side. So we're going over for the stretch in the neck and then you pull down and reach up to the oppositional stretch and then release it back in. Now if that feels uncomfortable or painful, leave it out. Just go where your body wants to go with this. And release, breath in. Other side, going over. Breath out, so I'm pulling up, pulling down. And then let's bring it back in. Okay, so from here now we'll go into a little balance. Just see how you feel with this. Again, there's options for you. Check that your feet are on a plain flat surface, so the mats can be a little bit uneven. There's nothing around you that you're going to trip on. And then reach your arms out in front of you. Again, just pull on the band, just open that band out. Now can you take your right leg behind you and let your upper body tip forwards? If you can hold that foot off the floor, hover it. If you can extend it and then pull on the band, do so. Lengthen that leg and then float it back in, gently, gently, gently. I want you to pull that belt inside of you. Your transversus abdominis is helping us now with our balance. Let's try the side. So slide the other leg along the ground. If you can, hover it, hover it. If you can, lengthen it, and then lower the upper body and pull on the band and reach, shoulders down. Float that leg back in. And again, you can practice this whenever you need to. So continue lengthening the leg behind. So it's like standing Pilates. So if you can reach that leg further, pull on the band, keep your shoulders down, keep that belt connected inside of you, and then float gently back down. Let's try it on the other side. So how is it on your left compared to the right? Focus and concentrate, please, as you hover your leg. Maybe lift it a bit more, lengthen and stretch it to the wall behind you, and then pull on the band. Float that leg back in. Put the foot back down. Standing tall. Well done. Okay, so from here we're going to roll down to the mat. Have the band nearby, or your tights nearby, and let's just start with our roll down. Check that your feet are about the hip width distance apart. Spine is in neutral. Now, if your lower back really feels tight, you're always going to have your knees slightly bent. If you want to try straight legs, let's try this. So drop your head. Start to roll your spine down. Keep those deep abdominals connected as you come down, bone by bone. Please let your head hang, your arms hang, but think about hollowing out your abdominals as you reach down. Find the stretch, don't go past it. Breath in, and then come back up. Tuck the tailbone under, stacking the spine. Melt your shoulders down. Breath in at the top, and then rolling down. So your arms are hanging from your shoulders. There's no tension in your neck as you flex your spine down. Tailbone, if you can tilt it to the ceiling, do that. And then round, tuck under, hollowing out your abdominals. Think of that space. And then lifting up, shoulders down. Last two. Breath out. Notice how far you're going now with this stretch compared to the first one. Feeling a bit more open. Keep it moving, keep it flowing. Shoulders, slide them down, back to neutral spine. Last roll down. So let's roll all the way down. And then from here, start walking your hands out. We're going to bend the knees. We'll come onto the mat into the child's pose. So just rest it back into the child's pose. Shoulders down. And then pull your abdominals off your thighs. Breathe wide and full. Breathe into your back and sides. And breath out. Breathe in. And out. Sit up. Take your legs round. Bring the band with you. Okay, so what I want you to do now with the band is take it around both of your feet and make sure you've got equal length either side. You don't want one side being shorter than the other. And open your band out wide, or if you've got the tights, so make sure it's nice and wide, that it's not going to flick off your feet. And you're going to have your toes pointing towards your shins or your knees, and I'd like to sit as tall as you can. So we're going to go into a partial roll up, and we're going to work our upper arms. Connect that center, lift your sit bones, and then flex the spine and round and tuck under. Keep your collarbone nice and wide. And we're going to breathe out. Take a breath in. Now turn your palms up to the ceiling, bend your elbows, and bring your palms towards your shoulders. Extend those arms, so taking those elbows back and then lengthen your legs. Now your toes are pointing towards you. Can you hinge over your legs? So feel the stretch in the back of your legs and your lower back. Now with the band, with the triceps, you might need to just release that slightly, and then you're going to pull the band behind you and try and straighten the arms. Go where you can with that. Watch the shoulders. Bend those elbows back in, breathe in, bend your knees. So you're going to sit nice and tall. You've got the band, you've got resistance. You turn your palms up so that you're not going to break your wrists. Your wrists are nice and straight. And then you connect that center, you round and tuck under, you're not going all the way down. Your elbows are bent, and then I want you to bring your forearms and your palms towards your shoulders. Breathe out and in. So you can do two of these. Breath out and in. And then stretch the legs, toes pointing towards you. Hinge over the legs. Pull the band behind you a couple of times. Watch those shoulders and breathe out and in. Bend the knees. Let's keep it going. So if I feel this is too much to do two, I can go back to one, or maybe add Another one, so let's do 3. Breathing out and in. Tucking that tailbone under, keep pulling in the belt. So all the support is coming from the front of you. You've got no chair support behind as you lean back. Now let's hinge forwards. Feel the stretch in your lower back of your legs. Glide the shoulders down, pull the band away behind. So those forearms are pushing behind you and in. And breathing out and in. Let's do one more. So sit nice and tall, as high as you can on your sit bones. Pull your T in. Flex your spine. Keep your gaze forwards. Turn your palms up. Bend your elbows. 1 or 3. Bicep curl. So pulling the band towards your shoulders. Nice flat wrist. Can you see the wrists are flat? Breath out and in. Breathe out and in. Lengthen the legs. Sit nice and tall. Hinge over the legs. Shoulders down. Toes pointing towards your shins, your knees, as you pull the band behind you to work the back of your upper arms, turning those muscles. Okay, let's try one more. Breathing out and in and rest. Well done. Okay, so from here now, we're going to do a little bit of a roll back, but we're also going to work into the sides of the body, into the obliques. Again, play around with the band. If you feel it's just too much, you just hold it further away from your feet to get less resistance, or hold it further to the feet to get more. So let's sit nice and tall again. Now we're balancing glasses on our knees. Let's keep those knees nice and still. Round and tuck under. Go down as far as you can, but not all the way. Your right elbow, bend your right elbow. Look over your right shoulder. Your elbow goes down towards the floor, but not all the way. Look round. Bring it back in, breathe in. Sit nice and tall, and again, flex the spine. So this is a strength movement. Flex the spine, keep those deep abdominals connected. So the other one arm is straight, and then bend that left elbow. Look round over your left shoulder, and then bring it back in, and breath out, go tall. Flex, rounding. Breath out as you pull out. Rotation, and in. Let's see if we can do the other side. So rotate, watch those knees aren't twisting with you. And in. Now breath out, come forwards and extend the spine. Let's lift up to the ceiling. So can you see that in the spine? And then we're rounding. So flexion through your spine, deep abdominals connected. Then you're going to bend your elbows and look round over that shoulder if you can. And in. Have a break in between if you need that. Otherwise do your right and then your left. And then come forwards. And as you come forwards, lift up. Lift up. Tucking that tailbone under. Make sure the top of your thighs aren't gripping now. As you rotate round, breath out. And in. And other side. And breath out. And in. And then coming forwards, lengthen the spine nice and tall. Flexion through your spine, shoulders down. Collarbone is wide. My deep abdominals and your abdominals are working to hold yourself back. Make sure you're breathing out as you work and pull on that band. And then breathe in, breath out, come forwards. Okay, we're going to go all the way to the floor now. So if you can roll down to the ground, get yourself down gently and slowly. Use the band if you need it. If it's still too much to get down, just drop to the side. And then from the side, you'll be able to then roll over onto your back. Take the band with you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do our double leg stretches with the band, adding a bit of resistance. We're going to push the band against our thighs, and we're also going to lift the head and shoulders and reach our arms forwards. Okay, so from here, I'm going to take both legs off the floor. If you need a little bit of an imprint, you can have that. Otherwise, ideally, you want to be in neutral, so that little curve in your lower back. Okay, so double leg, lift the head and chest. Now, reach the arms past your thighs, pull the band on your thighs. Let's stretch those legs, put your heels together, inner thighs connect. Now, bend those knees back in, lower your head. Okay, so from here, we're going to breathe out. We're going to breathe in, stretching the legs. So we're going to breathe out and extend the legs, and then in. I'm going to add on from here. So as I stretch the legs, see if you can take them a little bit lower, and then lift them a bit higher. So double legs stretching away, and then bring the head back in. So breathing pattern, we're going to stretch, we're going to breathe out as we lower the head, we'll breathe in today. So we're going to breathe out, extend the legs, and in as we float back down. Now if it feels too much to lift your head, keep it down and just extend, but can you push the band forwards? See if you can sink your abdominals down and then bend those knees back in. If you are lifting your head, let's lift up a bit higher as we do two more. Put your heels together and release. Let's do one more and breathe. Breathe out and in, lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Well done. Put your feet on the ground and we're going to do our shoulder bridge now with the band. Work a little bit more through the back of your legs to tone them. Heels close to your sit bones if your knees are fine, otherwise not as close. Band across the middle of your thighs, hands are down into the floor. So can you put the band between your thumb and your first finger? And the band will run through your thumb and first finger and your hands are going to stay down. Right, are we ready? We're going to lift the pelvic floor, pull in the transversus abdominis. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, imprint the spine and start to articulate. And as you articulate and lift the bones off of your back, you can feel the band now running through the thumb and the first finger. And you're going to push your hands into the mat. So you're going to get the work in the back of your arms again and in your back. Now when you're here lifted, push up into that band a bit more. Release it, breathe it. And then breath out, gently down, vertebra by vertebra. Make sure you're not swaying side to side. Keep your pelvic floor lifted gently. Tailbone comes down, back into your neutral spine, your natural curve in your spine. So let's add on from here. Let's see if we can take it with our arms over the head to begin with, without flaring your back ribs. So make sure your back ribs and your ribs aren't pushing up. You can feel them sinking down. And then from here, take a breath in. As you breathe out, imprint the spine. Start to lift the hips up. Feel the back of your legs firing. Now bring that band over, across your thighs. Put your hands down into the mat and push up into the band. Breathe in, release. Breath out. Take the arms out. Lower the spine down. Slowly, try not to sway from side to side. Gently putting in your TA. Lifting the pelvic floor. Feel the bones dropping down as they should, coming all the way down into neutral. If it felt too much with your arms behind, keep them across your thighs. Continue pushing up through your heels, lifting the spine, lifting your hips. Breathing out, now arms are going to come over across your thighs. Hands are down into the mat, and as you push up, you can feel the back of your legs, back of your upper arms as well. Release the arms. And lower down slowly, gently. Visualize glasses balancing on your knees, full to the brim. We're going to do one more. Gently down, breath out. Extra breath in and out if you need it. Take a full breath in at the bottom. Neutral spine. Let's continue. Last one. So imprint, articulate, lifting up. If your arms are over, let's bring them across the thighs. Put your arms down, lift up. Breathe in, release. Breath out, gently down. Bone by bone, feel yourself coming down from your upper back. You can feel the bones in the middle of your spine, gently down. Keep lifting that pelvic floor, please. Gently, tailbone neutral, and rest. Okay, so from here, I'd like you to roll over onto your side. Take the band with you. And I'd like you to put the band around the middle of your thighs again. I'm going to do the clam. You don't have to tie it, just can hold it so that you've got some resistance there. Come all the way back down onto your folded arm, okay? And you're just holding the band. You've got your feet together, your knees are together at the moment, and your hips are stacked. You've got a wall just painted behind you, so do not roll back into it. Are we ready? Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift the waist. And now let's take that top knee and open it. Keep your feet together, it's like a clam. Open out that shell. And then bring it back in. And again, push out and open. Breath out and in. See if you can take that bottom foot off the ground. Just a little bit of a challenge in that balance. How steady are your hips? And then we're opening out. Can you feel that in your glutes? As you open out, breath out. Keep pulling in your TA, helping with that balance as well, and in. Breathe out as you open, resist the band, and in, last 3, and breath out, and in, last 2 like this, so opening out, and in, 1 more opening. Now let's hold it open and pulse for 8, here we go, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Okay, that leg that you're working, just bring it across onto the floor if you can. Give it a rub if it needs a rub there. And then what I want you to do is just push yourself up slowly, slowly, slowly. We're going to a little stretch. So your top leg, take it back if you can. Front leg, bring it a little bit more forwards. And then from here, let's just go with both of our hands now. Take your hands to that bottom leg. Take it either side of the bottom leg and just go forwards, go down if you can, onto your forearms. Go down, and then you're going to push it back up. Lead from your lower back and then push it back up. Lift up to the ceiling if you can. Let's take your arms behind you. So behind, behind, behind. Then bring them round into the front now, and then come down. Push it back up. Let's change legs. So we go round the other side. Take the band with you. And remember, we're going to wrap it around our thighs for the clam. Let's do the other side. So lower yourself down onto your forearm, and your hips are stacked. Your waist, can you get that feeling of space underneath your waist, the one that's on the floor? So imagine a cold stream of water underneath your waist. Your feet are together, your bottom foot stays down, top knee, open it out. Breathe out to open. In as you close it back in. Watch your shoulders. Let's gently pulling in that transversus abdominis, and breath in. Now that bottom foot, take it off the ground if you can, and now open out. How does it feel on this side? So Pilates, always one side will be stronger than the other, more flexible. You'll find you've got more balance on one side than the other. Let's try and get that body nice and even if we can. Add the resistance, so hold on to the band as you open out and in. We'll do 4 more. So breathing out, waist is lifted, and in. Make sure you're not rolling back, that your hips are stacked. That wall is still painted behind you, it's still wet. Last 2, breathing out as you open and in. Let's do 1 more and then hold it out, and then we pulse for 8. Remember, so we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. So undo, push up, and then into that, it's like a mermaid stretch, but from here, I'd like you to take your hands towards the bottom leg, yeah, the one that's nearest onto the mat for you, and I just want you to come down onto your forearms. So come down, feel the stretch, and then restack. Just go where you can with this. Restack the spine, lift up. Take your hands the other way behind you if you can, going all the way around. If you can go down on this side, going down on this side. Lower back up, walk it round and into the front now. Forearms down, again, go where you can with this. So just go where you can and breathe in and out. Lifting up from the lower back, mid of the back, upper. And then let's us go all the way round now onto our front with the band. So I'm going to finish off with some extension work now. So working into that back extension as we go all the way round onto our front now. Take the band out very wide. I'm going to use the band or your tights. Again, make sure you've got equal lengths either side. And underneath your abdominal muscles, just imagine lots of really ripe strawberries. So it's like you're hollowing out that space underneath you. You've switched on those muscles. You're going to protect that lower back. Now tuck that tailbone down slightly. Don't tilt it up. And then from here, what I want you to do, option 1, just pull your shoulders down and see if you can bring that band down towards your chest and bring your arms down and breathe in with that space underneath you. And then take the band out and breath out. So a very small range of movement there. I'm breathing in as I pull the band down. I'm still looking down at the mat. I'm breathing out as I float out. Take the band out before you lower down, otherwise it will get stuck. Okay, so next option, I'm going to see if I can lift up a little bit higher. I'm going to pull the band down, take those shoulder blades back. So connection through that centre, and then I'm going to breathe in, lifting up a bit higher. I'm sure you've got a bit more back extension than me, and then breath out to float down. So breathing in as we lift, and out, floating down. So it would have been about getting stuck. And again, so breathing in, pull your arms down, pull those shoulder blades back. Lifting up as high as you can, take the band out and float down. Right, listen to your body, let's keep our feet down today. So breathing in, stretching the spine, elongating it, opening out across the chest. Breath out to float down. Last 3 breath in, lifting up, hollowing out the abdominals, and breath out. Last 2, here we go, and pulling that band down, like an aeroplane, like a dart, and then slowly down. Last one, breathing in to lift, and out, gently down. Push up onto your hands and knees, into that 4-point position. Arch your spine, tuck that tailbone under, sit back into your heels. Now go along the mat, let's do our moving cat. Lovely movement through your spine, coming forwards. And I want you to lift your head and lift your tailbone. Go where you can again with this, and then tuck under, sit back into your heels. Try and keep your shins down if you can, if you come forwards. So you lift your head, you lift your tailbone, and then we drop the head and we tuck that tailbone under, look towards your navel. Go a little bit quicker, flowing, fluid, rounding, tucking, flexion, extension, shoulders down. Last 3, just natural breathing in, and out, and in, and out. Still putting in our transverses, not releasing the centre. Last one. And then rest. Okay, so just for today, we just did that. I will do some more exercises with the band another day, but that's just giving you a taste of what we can do with the band. Okay, take care.